In today's video, I want to explore how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the accounting field. I also want to talk about how some of the AI tools are being integrated into the small firms and also the bigger firms. So a little bit about my experience with accounting. First of all, I do the accounting for Promo Ambitions LLC. I have an MBA. I took a bunch of courses in accounting, and also a lot of my web development clients are in the financial and accounting space. So I have a lot of accounting firms that I build out websites for. I do some of their marketing, and so I get some valuable insights into their practice and also some of the tools that they are using for AI. So let's start with the big four. So the big four in the accounting space, we're talking about Deloitte, PwC, Ernst & Young, and KPMG. These are the heavy hitters in the space. They've been heavily adopting AI. Now, why are they doing that? Well, I think it's twofold. First of all, it does go ahead and streamline operations, but also they don't want to fall behind the trend, and they do have to impress their investors and also their big clients. And what better way than using everyone's favorite buzzword this year, AI, artificial intelligence. So for a lot of you, when you think of an account, you think of this nerdy guy with 4 pencils in his pocket, couple of calculators, and really thick Coke bottle glasses, and he goes and prepares your taxes. But the reality is accountants play a lot of different roles. Auditing is something that a lot of accountants are hired for, and that's their profession. Large companies, especially nonprofits or publicly traded companies, they need to get audited. And so they hire companies like KPMG to go ahead and take a look at their financial statements, to go ahead and look at their records and make sure that it's accurate. Make sure that there's no inconsistency or errors that can be found. Small companies also hire auditors because they want to get some valuable insights on their business practices. And they also want to make sure that they're not making any mistakes, that they're tax compliant, and all that other jazz. Now, the way that AI comes into play is because AI can provide deep analysis for really valuable insight. It can also obviously spot inaccuracies in financial statements. Error detection is amazing with some of these AI tools, and for those that are reporting financials for their investors, or especially if they're a publicly traded company, they cannot be wrong. And so a lot of them bring in these companies that are using AI. AI also allows for scalability. This is where these smaller companies can handle a lot more clients without proportionally increasing their staff. And they can grow at a really healthy pace without having to go ahead and increase operations, get more of office space, get more people working for them. So again, how do the big companies use AI? Well, one way is auditing, for analyzing data, for spotting inaccuracies. Another way is tax compliance tasks. And yet another way, and probably the most important way that AI plays a role with these big companies, is predictive analytics, forecasting, strategy. Remember, all of these data points, it's very difficult for human minds to go ahead and digest that and be able to recommend helpful actions from that. Whereas AIs are able to sift through vast amounts of data and are able to go ahead and produce some really helpful recommendations or spot certain bottlenecks. And so in this way, I feel that AI will continue to be integrated into the field of accounting. Now let's talk about how some of the smaller firms have been using AI. And that's for things like bookkeeping, reconciliation, categorize expenses. Small companies also use AI to go ahead and fulfill back office functions efficiently. Accurate tax preparation, all that stuff AI is assisting with and will continue to. Now, what I'm going to do in an upcoming video is I'm researching different platforms, actually talking to my existing clients, but also researching online, reading through reviews of different artificial intelligence platforms that the accounting specialists are using, both small companies and large companies. And so in preparation for this video, I would super appreciate that if you know of any platforms that your company uses, or you know someone that's been using it and finds it to be very, very fruitful, I would love to hear about it. If you could mention those in the comment section. Now let's answer a really popular question, and that is artificial intelligence going to replace accountants? So I believe that we might need a lot less accountants, a lot less CPAs to do the same amount of work and tasks. However, AI is not going to replace CPAs and accountants, because every single company, it's so unique that they have their own individual goals, and that is going to require a CPA and an accountant to get in there and sift through the nitty and gritty to really understand the business model, understand the needs of the client. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is AI is not going to replace CPAs and accountants. What it will replace is the people not using AI, those CPA and accounting professionals that are integrating artificial intelligence into the way that they operate. They are going to take the jobs of those people that refuse to use these AI platforms or are late to adapting to the times. I'm personally neck deep in this space. When I have free time, it doesn't go to video games or any of that nonsense. I'm glued to the screen. I'm learning as much as I can about artificial intelligence because I'm consulting these days in AI, and I am also presenting in artificial intelligence in front of a lot of different institutions, and I have no plans to stop anytime soon. So expect a lot of helpful AI content rolling out in the next couple of weeks, months, years on this channel. I appreciate you guys for watching this video in its entirety, and I will see you all in the next one.